I think we can all agree that having a glass to put one's drink in is extremely important. I mean, have you ever tried to drink a martini without one? Seriously though, after having gone to all the trouble to finally craft a cocktail, it would be a terrible shame to put your loving creation in the wrong type of glass. I mean, you wouldn't put your morning cereal on a plate, would you? Of course not. Or serve your roast chicken in a bowl? Never. Then why on earth would you put, say, your martini in a beer mug? When beginning our research, it became immediately apparent that this subject would require more than one episode to sort out. As an example, when looking into the martini glass, we found over 100 different styles currently available. And that's before we even began to look into vintage glasses. Another problem arose when we realized that if you take a particular glass in hand, the person to the left of you may call it a martini glass, while the person to the right of you may call it a cocktail glass. And the third might refer to the same glass as a Cosmo glass, and another will call it a double old-fashioned glass. Stop! As you can see, we've only just started, and we are already knee-deep in controversy. And it doesn't get any simpler. It's important here to keep in mind that in most cases the exact same glass may be referred to by any number of names, depending on who you ask. It is for that reason that the 5 o'clock hour will, in future episodes, explore in greater detail the various types of glasses in each category. But for now, we're going to try and keep it simple and refer to the most basic definitions of the most common types of glassware used. Probably the most iconic and recognizable of all glasses is the martini or cocktail glass. These glasses traditionally have inverted cone-shaped bowls, long stems, and a wide base. I have seen martini glasses with a capacity anywhere from about 4 to 14 ounces, and when ordering a cocktail up, this is the kind of glass it will most likely be served in. Next we have the rocks glass, also referred to as a tumbler, old-fashioned, or lowball glass, typically having a wide brim and a thick base. They usually have a capacity of anywhere from 6 to 16 ounces and are normally used to serve cocktails on the rocks. The highball glass is next. With a capacity of anywhere from 8 to 12 ounces, the drinks served in this particular type of glass, for example, a scotch and soda or a gin and tonic, were once all referred to simply as highballs. Let me pause here for a moment and say that if you're on a limited budget or have limited storage space and need to keep the amount of glassware you own down to a minimum, then the 3 types of glasses we just discussed would be my recommendations. They would do nicely in covering most all of your basic cocktail needs. Next we have here the shot glass. These are simply small 1 and on occasion 2-ounce glasses that are used most often to measure out your spirits before pouring them into your glass or shaker. But people do drink from them, taking what you would call, you guessed it, a shot. This next glass is called a snifter, most commonly referred to as a brandy snifter, although cognac or balloon glass are also used. These glasses usually hold from 6 to 8 ounces, although seldom is this glass filled with more than a couple of ounces at any one time. And as the name would suggest, they are most commonly used to serve various types of brandies. The red wine glass typically has a large, round, wide bowl with a long stem and wide base, and holds anywhere from 8 to 22 ounces. And as the name suggests, they are made for serving red wines. Now, white wine glasses are usually smaller, with a taller, more U-shaped bowl, and have a capacity of 8 to 12 ounces on average, and of course are made to serve white wines. The Pilsner glass is a tall, slender, tapered glass with capacities that were traditionally between 6 and 12 ounces, although today you can find them as large as 23 ounces. These glasses are used for serving beer. There are, of course, many other kinds of glasses, most of which are really just variations of what we have already covered. But we will leave those for another episode. So please, join us each week as the 5 o'clock hour explores the history, the rituals, the gadgets and gizmos the techniques, the recipes, the food, the drink, and all of the other wonderful and interesting things that make up this truly unique institution that we here call the 5 o'clock hour. Or visit us anytime at the5o'clockhour.com. And please remember, enjoy the 5 o'clock hour responsibly. Until we meet again, cheers.